Howdy, Possum Patty here, and this is my Fall Cosmic Smash book. And I'm going to journal, so come on along. Today's page is about Please Don't Eat the Daisies. And this is my little daisy patch. And I was afraid they weren't going to bloom because some critter came and ate all the leaves off the bottom. And this is all new growth coming in here. But because these bloom so late in the season, it had time to come back. And I am getting flowers on it, and I love my daisies. And you can see on this one, the bottom leaves all got et. They all got et. But it is blooming, and I have some really nice big daisies, and I love them. So I printed out a picture of the daisies with my little Ivy printer. And I just want to make a quick daisy page to remember my daisies by. There's a lot of journaling that I haven't done lately, and I want to remember these things before I forget. So I found this. These aren't really daisies. They look more like coneflowers, but close enough. So I think I'm going to layer this page with these daisies and this dark green plaid, and put my daisies in there and just do a little journaling about the critters who ate my daisies, and that it did finally bloom after all. I didn't think it was going to, but it did. So just give me a moment to cut some papers. Okay, I cut the daisy paper, or coneflower. I think I'm going to leave a little margin of brown around the edge, and I might just go ahead and just stress that with brown, only because brown sort of goes with the page. And this is the little dabber or dauber that Dolores made for me. She was sweet enough to send me a bunch of goodies, and this was included. I think I'm going to go ahead and do this edge too. Just trying to scuff up this tan a little bit, give it a little bit more interest. And then this will go here, and then this is going to go here. And then I think I'm going to put my little picture on here and leave a little space for the journaling. So this is going to be a very, very, very simple page, only because I want to journal about my daisies. I think I am going to round the edges of the green and rip what I put the picture on. Now, these are the kind of daisies that bloom very late in the season. Here in New England, that means October, late September into October. And they're the kind that have the very thick leaves, which I didn't think the critters would eat, but something was eating it. So this is going to have a square edge, a rounded edge, and a rippy edge, just to give a little interest to the page. I don't think the deer were eating them because it was the lower leaves that got eaten. So maybe it was a chipmunk or a rabbit. And I want to leave a little space for journaling. So I will start large and go small as I usually do. I go round and round until I have it the size that I want it. Okay, I'm going to go down this side, make that a little smaller. And I have to rip this a little bit. Like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do some gluing, and then I'll be back. I put 10/07/2021. Please don't eat the daisies. And I'm not going to distress this edge. I want it to be white because this paper is very dark. So I want that to show up. I think these daisies are more related to the Montauk daisies or the Alaska daisies or the Shasta daisies, something like that. That's what I call them anyway. I call them Shasta daisies, but I'm not really exactly sure which one they are. Okay, just a little bit of journaling on that page. Check that off my list. And let's see, the next page is, goes here. Oh, I gotta finish this page too. Is this little pocket page that I made on the back of that page. Oh, so it was a beautiful day and we had to go out and do an errand, and we took the convertible and we put the top down and we drove to where we had to go, and we had to stop someplace for a while. And Mr. Possum, while I was talking to somebody, was looking around on the side of the road and started picking up some shiny rocks and handing them to me. So this looks like a mica schist. The mica is the shiny part. And he doesn't always pick up rocks and hand them to me, so I kept this. I thought this was very special. Mr. Possum picked up a shiny rock and handed it to me. So I'm going to keep this one as a special memory. So it was a beautiful day, and we drove down the country roads. And of course, we live in the country, so the leaves are starting to turn. I didn't get a picture of some of the trees that were very bright red, but I did get a shot of going down the part of the road that I love the best, and then a little bit of the road that goes down to my house. So I printed out a picture Mr. Possum took of me just parked in the car. and we were waiting for somebody to show up. And I think I'm just going to do another simple journaling page on this side and put my little special rock from Mr. Possum in the pocket like that. I'll put a little, maybe I'll put a little note there. Or maybe I'll put in a little note on the outside. So this is a nice fall page with some leaves, but I think I'm going to do a little bit of layering the way I did this page over here. Maybe not exactly the same paper, but something like that, and a little bit of journaling, and put my special rock in the pocket. I think I'm going to use the same paper as the background and use that dark green to border it, and then make a separate little journaling space, because this is vertical and this is horizontal, so I might put the picture there and do a little journaling down there. I think that'll work out fine. And I do like the white edge when you rip it, but you gotta rip it a certain way. So you gotta rip it this way. And then I'll even that up in a minute. Oops, that's not going right. Try it this way. Alright, here's where I go around and around. We took several trips to the beach in the convertible on really nice days. But then we like to go do our leaf peeking in October. And then Mr. Possum puts the convertible in the shed and it stays there all winter. And we'll get it back out in the spring. A little too fat right here. Okay, let's see. I'm going to cut this to size. Do I have a smaller piece? I don't know. Let me look. Well, here's a little tag that came with the paper pack that has these cone flowers on it. I wonder if I could fit this on the page somehow. Do my journaling. I didn't see this before I planned that picture, but I can trim this to fit on here. See, I don't want everything to be all straight. Because then it'll get too boring. I can put it on there and just trim off the bottom. Like that. Okay, let me do my journaling. No, can't do my journaling first, because if I cut the card, I want to know how much space I have. It's always about the paper engineering, isn't it? Well, it looks like I can get it in like that with just cutting off this corner and this corner. So I do have most of my writing space. Beautiful autumn day for a ride with the top down. And this is really funny. I put Mr. Possum. Picked up a shiny mica schist rock and gave it to me. And usually when I journal, I don't call him Mr. Possum, but I'm so used to calling him Mr. Possum when I'm making a video, I actually wrote Mr. Possum instead of his name. I just thought that was funny. And the little special rock is in here. I might add something else to that pocket when I journal that side. But I got 2 pages of my journaling done, and I'm very happy with them. So I just want to wish everybody happy junk journaling. And please don't eat the daisies. Bye-bye now.